guys, this is Eliza and welcome back to a new video. So I'm filming this intro because something happened with the file. Luckily, I only actually showed one book in that section because then my battery was going dead, so I turned the thing off and then took the battery out and changed it. So yeah, this is an unhaul. Most of these books are books that I've read. There is a few that are on my TBR. I can't remember what the first book was and I've already packed all the books away in a box. Let's just skip to the second book. That one book will be fine. I don't need it in this video. It's all good. But let's get into the actual video then. Next we have Mask of Shadows by Lindsay Miller. Now I did really enjoy this one when I read it on audiobook, but I still haven't picked up the second book in the series. Actually, did I unhaul the second book in the series? It might be still over there, so I'm gonna have to double check that. But I planned on reading the second one this year. It was part of my 21 books to read in 2021 list and I never got around to it. But I'm just not as keen with it as I used to be, and I don't think I'm going to be rereading this, and if I do reread it before I read the second one, it will be on audiobook. So just going to move this one along. Next we have Ace of Spades, and I enjoyed this, but there was a lot of things that annoyed me about this book, mainly this character, but I just don't see myself rereading it. I don't really think I need to keep it on my shelves because I didn't absolutely love it, so I'm moving it along. It's gonna be the case with a lot of these because a lot of these are off my red shelves. Next we have The Polar Bear Explorers Club by Alex Bell and Thomas Loves Tomic, and I did enjoy this one. I have read the rest of the series up to what's ever out at the moment, but I listened to them all on audiobook. I don't think I really need to keep this one. Like, they're fun, but they're not amazing, and they're not something that like blew my mind. We'll be unhauling this one. I probably won't be rereading it. I might finish the last book when it comes out in the series. I think it's the last book of the series that's coming out, but I'll be listening to it on audiobook like I did the rest of them, and I just don't think I need this one in my collection. Then we have Indigo Owl by Charlie Archibald. This one I did really enjoy, but it was a little bit forgettable. It was one of those books that I read and then completely forgot about it. So I don't think I'll be rereading it. I did enjoy it. I did receive this one as part of a blog tour, I believe it was, but someone else is gonna get more love out of it than I do, and it's no point sitting on my shelf when I don't plan on rereading it. But yeah, I did enjoy it, so moving that one on. Then we have The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levensella. I did enjoy this one, but it's not my favorite from her. I do prefer the Daughter of the Pirate King series, duology. Really enjoyed that one, and this one was just okay. Same with the other book, which I previously unhauled of hers. I just don't see the point in keeping this one, and I definitely won't be rereading it. It's a little bit too romance heavy for me. It was enjoyable, but it was just a little bit too romancy for my liking. So moving this one on. Then we have Kindred 12 Queer Love Osway stories, and I did really enjoy this one. Again, they're on my shelf for a reason, but I don't gravitate towards, the fuck are these called? Like bind-ups? No. Anthologies. I don't really gravitate towards them. And while I did enjoy some of the stories, I'm not going to be rereading it because there was others I didn't enjoy. So I'm going to pass this one on to someone who might get some love out of it, especially because it is queer and it is Love YA. So hopefully someone will get something out of this one if I pass it on. So moving on. Then we have The Iron King by Julie Kagua. This is actually a new edition that I purchased. I didn't own this book when I read it years ago, and I planned on rereading it so I could finish the rest of the series, but I just haven't had the interest in doing it. And this was part of the cover rebrand. They've had exclusive edition come out by Fairy Loot, I think, so there's been a fair bit of hype around it, but I just lost interest in rereading it, basically. And I did enjoy it, it was fine, but I don't know if I would like it as much now as I did then, because I did read it like 4 or 5 years ago now. So we'll be passing this one on because I just don't think I'm actually going to get to it. And if I do reread it, it's probably going to be on audiobook. Then we have An Arc of Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. I was holding on to this one because it was my first arc that I received, but I didn't love it. It was good, but it wasn't an absolute favorite. Like I said, I was just holding on to it because it was one of my first arcs that I received back in 2018, and I don't request arcs anymore, so I only have 2 of them, which the other one is also on this list, but I need to move on and get rid of it just because it's an arc and it's sentimental a little bit. I need to move it on because I don't plan on rereading it. Didn't absolutely love it. Someone else will get some love out of it. Then we have The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stoker by Lauren James, another one that I enjoyed but didn't enjoy enough that I plan on rereading it or anything like that. It was a little bit problematic, a little bit annoying, but I did enjoy it overall. But I mainly kept it because the cover's gorgeous. Like, it's so pretty, and it's got like reflective foiling, like, it's a really pretty cover, but I don't need it. I don't plan on rereading it. I didn't love it, so, you know. Next is a series, and that is the Rebel of the Sands series and all 3 books. I loved this series when I first read it. Back, I think this was actually, Rebel of the Sands was the first book I ever reviewed on my blog back in whenever the fuck that was, 2016. It has some sentimental value for that reason, but also I loved it when it first came out. I recently, I think last year, early this year, might have been last year actually, I did a reread of it and I DNF'd the second book. I couldn't do it. My reading tastes have changed, just as simple as that. These are gorgeous with all the foiling and stuff, but I just don't need them on my shelves anymore. My reading tastes have changed. I don't plan on rereading them. I already tried that and I DNF'd it. So moving them on to someone else who will get some use out of them. Next we have, what's this called? Girl of Paper and Fire by Natasha. This is the other arc I was talking about. Same reasons, I was holding on to it for a bit more of a sentimental value because I did receive this one as an arc in 2018. I didn't love it. I don't plan on reading the second book or the third book in the series, so there's really no point in me holding on to it, and yeah, I'm gonna pass it on to someone that actually loves it. Next we have The Star Spun Web by Sinead O'Hart, and I did really enjoy this one. It was a fun middle grade, but I don't plan on rereading it, and it wasn't enjoyable enough for me to hold on to it, you know. This is another one that was, I think, an Owlcrate Junior one. It is signed. I bought this one directly from Owlcrate, from their, like, the past books that they have for sale, they have excess of. It was cute, but I just don't plan on rereading it, so moving it on. Next we have Tiger Queen by Annie Sullivan, and I did enjoy this one, but it wasn't an absolute favourite. Won't be rereading it, and it also does have glittery gold sprayed edges that were custom done. And I do have a signed book plate. I think it was part of the pre-order incentive, I believe the signed book plate was, but I did enjoy it. It just wasn't amazing, and I just don't see the need to keep a hold of it. And it does have a signed book plate. It's got custom sprayed edges, so someone might get some love out of it because she's a little bit unique, I guess. Well, it is unique because these are custom sprayed edges done by us, our business. They're the only ones there is. Then we had Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas, another one that I enjoyed but didn't love enough that I'm going to hold on to. I'm not going to say anymore because I'm just repeating myself over and over again. This is really pretty though, but I can't keep books just because they're pretty because I don't have enough room on my shelves. So I unhauled at some other point Blood and Honey, the second book to Serpent and Dove. So now I'm unhauling Serpent and Dove. I was keeping a hold of this one because it does have, it's hard to see on this camera with this lighting, but it does have gold sprayed edges on a black background. It's like glitter gold, and I was using it for product photos and stuff like that, but I have enough photos. I don't need it anymore, and I didn't love it enough to read the second book, and I don't love it enough to keep a hold of it, so moving this one on. Now these are the two that I'm iffy about keeping a hold of. I did enjoy it, but for some reason I took these off my shelf when I was rearranging, and I think it's mostly because I really hate this cover. So these are Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I think I might keep a hold of this one, but I think I might get rid of this one because I just really hate this cover. The original, like with all the white, looked fine, but this one just kind of looks like shit to me. And this is still sealed. This is the Owlcrate edition, and it is still sealed in plastic. So I never opened it because I had this one, which Fairy Loot doesn't seal their books, which I appreciate, because waste of fucking plastic. I didn't open this one because I had this one to read, but then I ended up listening to it on audiobook. Anyway, I think I might unhaul this one, but keep a hold of this one because it is really pretty, and it's got the art under the dust jacket and the foiling and everything. So yeah, really, I did really enjoy it, so I might hold on to that one. That was the one that I was like kind of iffy about. So now I think we're getting into the ones that I haven't read. First we have Havenful by Sarah Holland. I was really interested in this one when I first picked it up. I think I got this one for like Big W or Kmart or something like that for really cheap. It does interest me, but I've kind of also lost interest. I don't think I'm going to read this one, and if I do, it'll probably be on audiobook, so I'm going to move this one along, but I kind of just, it lost interest a little bit, I guess, which will probably be the case for a lot of these. Actually, yeah, same with this one. I kind of just lost interest. I remember seeing the movie trailer for this and thinking it was really interesting, but I picked it up, never really got to it, so I might hold on to this one, watch the movie, and if I like the movie, then I'll come and read the book. So I'm unhauling it off my shelves because it does have like illustrations and stuff in it. I am unhauling it off my shelves, but I think I will like put it in a separate pile and kind of hold on to it for a little bit until I watch, was it the movie, TV show? I think it was a TV show. So I might just like watch like the first episode or something and just see if it interests me and go from there. Then we have Career of Evil by Robert Galabrath. Don't really need to talk about this one. I don't know. I picked it up for like $2 at a book sale. So like library book sale type thing. So yeah. Same with this one, I just kind of lost interest. Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. It looked really interesting. It's got a really pretty cover. It drew my attention in the store. I don't know if I even ever read the synopsis for this one, but I just don't see myself picking it up. Same with this one. I just don't see myself reading it. I lost interest. It has got a pretty cover and everything, but I don't even remember what it's about. I know I did read the synopsis at some point, but I'm just lost interest. Then we have the Gilded Wolves, which I actually DNF'd this one. You can see there's a couple tabs in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see the tiny little yellow ones. There we go, you can see the tabs. So I did start it, but it was painful, so I ended up DNFing it. It's gorgeous though, like the cover is gorgeous, so it makes me sad, but it is what it is. Then we have The Lost City by Amanda Hocking, and again, just lost interest. I did really love Amanda Hocking, but I have unhauled all her books because that was, like, I read them in like 2016 or something, and my reading tastes have definitely changed since then, so I unhauled them all because I don't think I'll like them now. And this one, I'm not really sure if I will, but it was a little bit nostalgic kind of when I saw that she was releasing a new book, which is why I picked it up, but I just don't think I'm actually going to read it. So, moving it on. Then we have 2 books by Patrick Ness. Oh, there we go. We have Burn and Release. I just don't think I'm going to read them. Someone else will get more love out of them than I will. I do love this cover though, with the faces. I think that's really cool. This cover is boring as shit, I'm just saying. Then we have Queen of Storm by Raymond E. Feist, and I did read the first book in this series, but it was a struggle to get through, so... And I think I already unhauled it. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, what the fuck am I doing? But for some reason I didn't unhaul this one. Maybe I just didn't think about it when I did unhaul it. But yeah, this is the book 2 and just not interested. I'm creating quite a pile over here. Then we have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And this one is another one that I'm kind of debating. I might, well, I do have it on audiobook, so I might hold on to this one, see what the audiobook is like, and then if I like it, then I'll put it back on my shelf. Because this is a beautiful addition. But, yeah. I've kind of lost interest a little bit, but also this is an exclusive edition, so I kind of want to hold on to it because if I do like it, the chances of me getting this back is, you know, a bit not happening. So yeah, I might put this one with Cursed and put them elsewhere and then just see what happens. So that's all the books I ended up actually unhauling. Obviously I have a few, there's 3 there that I'm holding on to, but I have a substantial stack of books over here that I'm unhauling. I will not be holding all of them up for the thumbnail because I'm not Hulk. So that is it for this unhaul. Let me know if you have any thoughts on any of the books, whether I should have held on to them, like especially like the TBR ones. But yeah, I'll probably end up selling them on Facebook later today before this video even goes out. But by all means, share your opinions down below. And most of the ones that are ones I've read, I did enjoy them. It's just, I don't think I will be rereading them. And I kind of just want them off my shelves and to keep the books that I absolutely love on my shelf. When you have limited room, you gotta do what you gotta do. But anyways, that is it for my unhaul. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Ooh, my wrist, my wrist, my wrist, my wrist. Didn't get a good thumbnail. Shit happens. Haha. Ooh.